I will do early Rio 2022 CSGO major pick-em predictions. I will do predictions for all stages, starting with challengers, then legends, and finally champion stage. It will be fun to come back and watch this video after the major to see how many I got right. These will be my early predictions based on what I saw during the RMR, and I might give it a second thought before Valve release Rio Major update. So let me know in the comments what you agree and disagree with, and I might change my predictions when the Pick'em challenge is released. Enjoy! First of all, we have Challenger stage. I will start with my 0-3 pick. For me it's between 3 teams: IHC Esports, Greyhound Gaming, and 9Z. 9Z has a first matchup against Gamer Legion, so it could go either way. I also think that both IHC and Greyhound are weaker than 9Z, so it's between those two for me. Greyhound lost against IHC in the RMR 2-0, so I will put Greyhound as my 0-3 pick. For my 3-0 pick, I have 2 teams in mind: Vitality and Furia. I think that Vitality is a stronger team between these two, so I'm putting Vitality as my 3-0 pick. Now I need to put 7 teams that will advance to the Legend stage. I will start with Furia, then Cloud9, Outsiders. Evil Geniuses looked pretty solid during the RMR, so they should be going through. I'm quite confident about these picks so far. I think that any remaining team except for IHC and 9Z could be in one of those 3 spots. I want to put a team that surprised many during the RMR. They only lost to 2 teams that are both in the Legend stage. They lost against the number 1 in the world team, FaZe, after quadruple OT, and against Spirit after a double OT. They sent home G2 and won games that they had to win. This team is Gamer Legion, and I think that they can surprise us again. Of course, they could also be a 0-3 team, but from what I've seen, I think that they can make it through. Big did not look good in RMR. They had a stand-in player, and I'm not sure whether Faven will come back for the major or not. I think they will fall short and not make it to the next stage. Those 2 spots are between 4 teams for me: 00 Nation, Fnatic, Imperial, and OG. I'm picking Imperial just because of that home court advantage, and that extra motivation could be a difference. For the last spot I will take OG just because they won against better teams in the RMR. With the assumption that I'm 100% correct, let's move to the Legend stage. Once again, let's go with the 0-3 pick first. I would say there are 4 teams that could go 0-3 in this scenario: Imperial, Gamer Legion, Sprout, and OG. I'm going with Gamer Legion just because they would be the least experienced in this stage. Now with my 3-0 pick, I think 2 teams come to mind for most of us: Navi and FaZe. Although I think that Vitality, Liquid, and NIP could also do that with the right opponents. I will put FaZe here, even though it seemed that they have struggled a bit during the RMR. Out of 5 maps, they played OTs in 4 of them. But nonetheless, they are current number 1 in the world team, so I'm putting them in 3-0 spot. Now 7 teams that will advance. I will start with Navi, then NIP. They have added AlexiB to their roster as IGL, went 3-0 in RMR. They still have some uncertainties. It will be very interesting to see how they perform at the major with all these changes. By the way, that's the team that I'm rooting for. Then I got Liquid. They look very good with Yekindar in the roster. Heroic is also there. Then Vitality. And for the last 2 spots, I think there are 4 options: ENCE, Spirit, Cloud9, Furia, and maybe even 5th team, Imperial, if they start playing 2 times better in front of their home crowd. Cloud9 didn't look really good during the RMR in my eyes, so I'm not picking them. I don't know much about ENCE. They played against weaker teams in the RMR, so I'm picking Spirit. And Furia, who also didn't play against great teams, but home court advantage could do the trick. Again, assuming that these are 100% correct picks, let's move to the champion stage. In my case scenario, I got these first round matchups: NIP Furia, Heroic Liquid, Vitality Navi, FaZe Spirit. You might ask, how would I know these matchups? Well, I'm using this cool site called majors.im/22rio. This is a matchup calculator, and you can try to make different scenarios yourself. I will put the link in the pinned comment. So back to champion stage. probably the hardest stage because anything can happen here. I don't think that we have one clear major winner this year. Na'Vi and FaZe probably are the favorites, but other teams have a decent chance as well. So NIP versus Furia, I'm taking NIP. Heroic versus Liquid, I'm taking Liquid. Vitality versus Na'Vi, I'm taking Na'Vi. FaZe versus Spirit, I'm taking FaZe. Very hard to say now which team would win NIP versus Liquid, but I'm a bit biased towards NIP, so I'll go with them. I'm guessing that Na'Vi will get their revenge against FaZe, and they will win the finals against NIP, winning Rio 2022 Major. These are my early pick-em predictions. Let me know what would you change and why. I will read the comments and maybe redo my pick-ems when they are released. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe so you don't miss my next pick-ems video. Until the next one, peace.